Welcome back to episode 8 of the Bake a Cake Challenge here on Calmsden Farms. We're into April. We've got our 3 contracts for the month going right now, and I thought I'd just bring you along as we do some chores today while we wait through these next 2 months. Pretty much just going to be doing the 3 contracts. Next month we'll have to mow our fields, but nothing really until June where we can harvest our barley. So we'll just we're on our way down to the store to sell a load of silage right at the moment. We've probably got 2 loads ready today that we can sell, and then we also have other things we need to do. I noticed the greenhouse was out of water. I don't know how long it's been out of water, so we'll have to go fill that and a few other things. But I just thought rather than doing a huge jump cut and you guys have no idea where the money came from, I'd go this route. Now, some of our stuff is automated, it's set to sell, so the money just kind of changes from hour to hour anyway. But you know, the big thing like selling all this silage, we can do that on camera. Plus I want to start paying back our loans at some point here if we can. Well, I mean, obviously we can. We're probably gonna pay off a pretty good chunk in this episode. So this all dumped. Yeah, nice 44,000 right there. That's gonna help. Like I say, I think we got one more load of this. I'll run back and grab it. Coming back with our second load of silage here. And we do have like 50,000 liters left, but we'll wait till next month because we got another 850,000 liters coming due then. So got quite a bit of money coming in silage, and gonna be harvesting again next month. So that's kind of what we've built up though by design, is to get a lot of silage coming in. The other thing, while I'm down here, I think I'll take back just a little bit of chicken feed, maybe 2 bags. Or maybe I'll take back a little more. Let's take back 4, just to make sure that we have enough feed to get us till we can combine our barley. And you can see all the seed that I left over there. That all came from our planting that sugar cane. Like I say, when you empty that, it gives you actual seed rather than sugar cane. So we're stocked up on seed. Probably got enough to go the rest of this series, which we won't need a ton. We'll have to replant the barley. We'll replant all the grass fields in November as usual. So run this back. We did have one contract finally get finished, which it was our fertilizer one, so I need to remember to go grab that tractor, bring it home, dump the fertilizer out of it, because nothing worse than doing a fertilizer contract and forget to empty it and return the equipment and lose all that money. Which, speaking of returning equipment, I screwed up and had to pay an extra day of leasing the sugarcane planter. Didn't realize I hadn't returned it till I was down at the shop picking up equipment today, and it's like it was still sitting there. So There's another couple $1,000 mistake. Happens a lot with me. Luckily the game's forgiving enough that it's not that hard to make good cash. So we'll get this dumped off, and I guess the other thing I wanted to do was buy that pallet trailer while we were in the store, but we can do that whenever. I don't need it right today. Let's get this. See if I can hit this little trigger. I feel like I should be close enough right now. I've said before, this trigger is just, it's not any good. It's not real good. They need to make it bigger. It's much easier when you have this, like I do on my Animal Whisperer, where it's kind of out in the open and you can drive alongside it and get super close. Here you're kind of forced to run into the thing. Probably just leave this trailer right here. Let's grab the, like I said, the greenhouse is empty down there. Grab this tanker. Since we're going that way anyway, we might as well back her up here and fill her up with milk. I don't know what we got. 8,000. Been a few days. And we'll run this down and get it dropped off. Let's get our milk dropped off, and then we'll fill this back up with water and fill our greenhouse. Get it back on production. Which, speaking of our greenhouse, let's look in here. We should switch it. It's on lettuce right now and it's selling, but let's deactivate that. We better start going to strawberries. We're gonna need that for our cakes. Got some more dairy done. How was I filling this before? I think over here. Don't know as if we need, I think it holds 40,000, so maybe we'll stop it somewhere in the 30s. Or we could, I guess, just empty the whole thing and take the excess back to the fermenting silo. Maybe we'll do that. That way if we ever decide to do anything with the fermenting silo that needs water, we'll slowly be building up some water in there. It's not going to hurt to store it in there. Get this thing all topped off, and while this thing's filling though, we got the cash. I think I'm gonna go in here. Let's go ahead and pay off $250,000 of this loan. Start whittling her down. So get her down to 750 for now. There we go. Leaves us with 160, which is plenty if a tractor or something comes up, especially considering, like I said, we're going to sell 800,000 or 900,000 Silage tomorrow. We got the 3 contracts going today, which I see another one's finished. We got 1 left, and then we got 3 contracts next month. So could be a case we're paying off another $250,000 next year or next month as well. So here we go. That's good. I do like how fast this thing dumps too. I know it's not the most realistic, but I just like little things like that, quality of life. They're not, I don't consider those things like money breakers or game breakers. It's, like something that generates a ton of cash. It just saves you a lot of time, and I'm all about saving time. But we'll run this back, get the other contract finished. Let's get our cows topped off on their hay a little bit here. Sure they're all well taken care of. And then all the contracts are done. So we'll collect those and see where we're at for money. Yeah, let's go in here. $21,000 there, $35,000, another 33. It's right about $90,000 there. We're sitting on about $250,000, which is good. That's probably it for April. I think we're going to go ahead and sleep and get into May. May's going to be a big month as far as work to do. Nothing exciting. We just have all our grass fields to cut. So you're talking 1.3 million worth of grass. You gotta liters worth of grass you gotta cut. So gotta do all that and fertilize. So we'll be back in a bit with that. May's coming to an end here, and we've completed our contracts for the day. We basically did all our fields. The only thing we haven't done is we still have to fertilize this one at home. Picked up all the silage, or the hay, making it into silage. I did pull out a couple eggs here. Our chickens, they went ahead and had another batch of babies, so we're up to 300 chickens. I mean, some of these are still babies, but we'll definitely max out this 700 by the end of the year, I got a feeling. So I'm going to go ahead and collect all these contracts. And just kind of see where we're at with the money pool. 360. I do want to go ahead and buy a trailer, just a pallet trailer. I could go with the small one, but I like this one is the one I like to use. Tandem trailer, so it's a little easier than the gray one. Doesn't really matter what we do here. We don't need to worry about a license plate. That'll give us a chance to move pallets. I also want to jump over here and put down some pallet storage. We've got the area around here pretty cleaned up. Nice big hole here. And I'm thinking just putting in pallet storage right here, so you kind of drive straight in off of this road. And then up here will be our full-size and sugar mill when we put it down. So I'm going to go ahead, put down this one here. And I don't need to go too far in. Something like that. It's going to cover up the road up there, but that's fine. There we go. That'll give us some pallet storage. I'm going to start throwing a lot of the what's coming out of the greenhouse and the chicken eggs and stuff in here till we figure out just how much we need to shove into the bakery, because there's no sense in shoving extra in there unless we're going to I mean, we can make extra cakes, but I don't want to end up with running out of one ingredient and having to wait a year. We might as well sell the rest of it. So we got that up. May's over. We're sitting pretty good on cash. I should probably pay a little more on the loan, but I think I'll wait till the end of next month because we are going to rent or lease a harvester. We got to pick that barley. The barley's gonna be and I want to get a bigger harvester. I don't want just the cheapest. I want to go around there pretty good, so even if we're not making a ton on it, but that's what we're gonna do. So we'll be back and time for the harvest. As you can see, it's June, and unfortunately I was wrong on the barley. I thought we planted it in September, but we must have planted it in October, so it's not ready yet. We are just finishing up our contracts though, and I do have 2 loads of silage that we need to sell. And I haven't been paying attention to that, but that's another issue that we have is our fermenting silo just can't keep up. If we come in here and look at the fermenting silo, you'll see that we got 1.5 million grass in there. It can't produce it as fast as we're putting in there. So I think we're going to have to put up another one of those at least. I think one more, I'm hoping one more will do it, and we'll catch up during the winter months when we can't harvest or we can't mow, then the silo will catch up. But it has no chance of catching up unless we put down another one with the amount of grass we're putting in there. I guess that's something that I didn't know. I don't think it's the first time I used the Omatana fermenting silo, but I have been using Gaming Joy's modded fermenting silo, and it's much faster. It would have no problems going through that before the next harvest. This one's a little slower, so we're gonna need to put up another one for sure. And then there's also a tractor that's in the used market. I think I mentioned before I'd like to have another tractor with more horsepower, and this one I think is it'll go all the way up to over 400 horsepower, which is what we want. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and buy that, and that'll give us our 2 tractors. The other thing I'd like to do is put down a workshop. I like the modded staffed workshop. If you see my other playthroughs, I didn't think I was going to put it down on this one, but I'm tired of my dirty equipment. Equipment needs repaired. It's just, for $4,000 a month, I'm probably losing money. I could wait and not need it on this series, but I think I'm going to put it in. I like the looks of it. But the tractor we're looking at is this Fendt right here, and it's the black version, Black Beauty edition, and it comes with, we get the medium tires and weights. I am gonna upgrade. I mean, right now it's only 296 horse. I am gonna make the full upgrade to the 415. So that is going to set us back almost 200K. But yeah, I think this makes sense. I don't know if I want to pay the extra for that. Probably not. We'll just go with this. So that gives us a nice second tractor. I was kind of looking at combines too, and next month to actually harvest that barley. I think I want to go with these bigger ones just to knock it out. But man, it's going to be almost 50K to lease that. Um, so it's not going to be super profitable to do that, but that's fine. We're making enough money off our silage. Let's just knock out the barley, get it over to the flour mill. And get this down there, get it sold. I guess I can do that in a bit. I do, like I said, I do want to put up that workshop while we're here. And I think I'm just going to stick it right on this side of the building, because this tends to be where I hang out the most anyway, so I might as well come down here with all of our equipment. I believe it's under tools. Yeah. This workshop, when you park your vehicle in front of it, over time it washes them and it repairs them. It does cost you $4,000 a month in upkeep, though. That's the big drawback to it. However, I just feel like for the money, it's worth it. Get your equipment cleaned. We don't have to worry about fixing automobiles to park them there, and they're good to go. So let's grab this and take a look. I'll show you what, if you've never seen this thing, what it does. It is expensive, so it's going to cost us almost $50,000 a year. But when you pull up here, you can see this is already starting to get wet. It's 70% dirty right now. This one's 64%. You can see it'll start dropping over time. Yeah, it's dropping by 10% every few seconds. It does a click, and there's a random chance of whether it fixes it or washes it. I just like it because it gives you nice, clean equipment. The other thing I wanted to do, like I said, I'm going to jump over here. Let's just visit this farm ground. My thinking is we don't really use this side of the farm ground, so I'm probably got room over here for that fermenting silo. And I could really do away with a lot of these buildings. So let's go in there. Construction mode. I do want to go into demolition. Kind of feel like we can get rid of this and this one. Can we get rid of all the junk? Yeah. Okay. So that gives us plenty of room to slap down a silo. I believe that's under factories, right? Yeah, this is the one I normally use, Gaming Joys, and maybe I should use it again here, but since I've already started with the Omatanas, I feel like I should just continue with it. Kind of the theme for what I've done with this map. And we'll just... And I might even leave room to put two of them in here just in case this one can't keep up and we gotta go for a third. I don't know. Also leaves us room to put down a multi-fruit silo if I want, because that's another thing I'm contemplating. We need a place for wood chips. I don't know whether to buy another wagon and just use it, because our wood chip deal needs to be dumped over there in the next month or two, and I don't think it'll store in any of these. But there, we got another silo. So I'm gonna go ahead and collect our contracts for this month, kind of see where we're at with cash. So essentially we got $230,000. We're going to go sell another batch of that. I think I'm going to sell that deal of silage we have. I'm probably also going to truck over here 2 loads of grass so it can start getting fermenting in here. And then we'll go on to June and hopefully do that barley. We'll have all our grass again to do. So, but I think that'll do it for this episode. It's kind of all over the place. I don't know how it's going to piece together. But if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.